What if a store were exciting, a store were engaging, a store gave you something beyond what it promised to do, which is the promise of Starbucks, which gives you, Howard Schultz, the founder, CEO, doesn't say he sells coffee, right? He sells a third place, something beyond coffee. How brilliant, isn't it? So what we're doing, what we are looking at today is looking at conviviality as a means of differentiation for your brand. The term conviviality addresses the dilemma that is faced by retailers. Why? Because Platt Research just came up with a very major piece of data which shows that consumers are not ready to quit their brick-and-mortar stores yet. They love their stores, but they want good service in those stores. They want to be recognized. They want to feel at home. At the same time, they don't want to be harassed by the store employees. So it is this dilemma which is addressed by conviviality. Really, it is a term that originated in the 15th century. And Polanyi is the first one to use it for academic reasons, but comes from the term convivere, live together, eat together with. So there is this social interaction embedded in the term, as you can see in these pictures. Across a lot of disciplines, we see the term being used. In organizational behavior, Ivan Illich is the father of it. So he sees it as, I think this is one of the most telling definitions of the concept. It's individual freedom realized in personal interdependence. So together, but also individual. So you have your freedom as you wish to use that space in a way that you wish. In urban studies, they are always looking at public spaces. How can we make them more convivial? And they come up with generally 4 dimensions: physical, geographical, managerial, and psychological, sensual, which would be very similar to our atmospherics in marketing. But managerial is interesting too. It refers to the ability to use the space for multiple purposes.
The question is, what does it mean, conviviality in the retailscape domain? So to address this question, we follow 2 approaches. The qualitative method, so we interviewed 25 people in face-to-face and 5 professionals, designers and architects, to better understand this concept. And also in the quantitative method, we conduct 3 studies in order to develop the scale of retailscape conviviality. The first one is uncommitted interactions. These interactions are not too serious to be at ease. It's a weak bound, like a small talk. The second dimension, very important, is a benevolent attention. Benevolent attention means that we take care of others, but without thinking the commercial implication. And the last one, the freedom dimension. Very important to understand the conviviality, because freedom means and involves that the people appropriate the place, appropriate the product. You can change the original use of the place because you feel free. Like you can see, the more convivial places for people is bar that propose books. In this part, we interviewed 250 people. And this model validates the 3 dimensions of the retailscape conviviality. And thanks to this model also, we show that the retailscape conviviality impacts 3 important consumer behaviors. First, the place attachment, the intention to recommend, and intention to reproduce. Also, the genius idea is about this case in London. So this bar creates the disloyalty card. People have to go to 8 different emerging bars. And then, if you go in the over bars, you can get a coffee 3. So, thanks to this action, the bar create more attachment, because thanks to this bar, the people discover other place, and also thanks to this loyalty card, the business development of the district increase. So it's not only advantages for the bar, but also they increase the coffee consumption in the district. So it's typical convivial action. So to conclude, we have two main contribution. The Retailscape conviviality addresses the age-old dilemma of providing in-store service without limiting consumer freedom. And also conviviality, as you asked me before, is also a major element for differentiation. And the last contribution about brand conviviality allows opportunities to build and maintain consumer brand relationships through co-creation. So you give more freedom to create more attachment.